Hola amigos, hola amigas, welcome, bienvenido, croeso y salam, welcome to the channel ni all, cześć, ni jak się masz, Feliz Navidad, Bon Natal, Bon Noel, Nadolig Llawin, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody out there in YouTube land. I hope you are having a fantastic Christmas morning. I am obviously having to make this before Christmas, so it's not quite Christmas yet, but let's just imagine that it is Christmas morning and everyone has opened up their presents and the turkey is cooking, or your nut roast, whatever you fancy. Anyway, let's get into today's Christmas special video, and it is this handheld Hoover. It's called the Jovis Plus, the power in your hand. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is, if you remember back in the summer from Lidl's or Aldi, I bought one of those Beldray handheld DustBuster things, and it was absolutely awful. It was terrible. So I used it a couple of times and I had it on the counter for a couple of months to see how I would use it on a day-to-day basis. It was absolutely dreadful. It was just so bad that I stopped using it in the end and unplugged it, cleaned it all up, took it to the charity shop. None of the charity shops wanted it because it was electrical, blah blah blah. So unfortunately I had to take it to the recycling centre, where it ended up. I took a photograph and I posted that back earlier. Bye that. Do not buy it. It is absolutely rubbish. There's other brands out there which are basically the exact same thing with just a different sticker on it. The only one I would like to try at some point maybe is the Shark one, because I believe that does have a lot more power to the Beldray one that I had. But I do already have one DustBuster, and that is this, which is the Black & Decker DustBuster Turbo Plus from the 1990s. This one has, if I can get them out, battery packs like this. Unfortunately, it has stopped charging, so I am unable to charge this now to use it, which is a shame because it really was pretty good. There's some dirt in it. I must actually clean this out, so I will leave it there. But this is the DustBuster that we had, the earlier version of this. The button on it, you had to hold it to keep it working. But yeah, we had a DustBuster in a grey colour, light grey colour. So moving on to this, my amazing friend, and hopefully your amazing friend as well, if you've seen his channel, which is Bunky's Workshop. Link will be in the video description. So this video is kind of not sponsored by him, but because of him. He very gratefully donated to my PayPal me, and I had this in my shopping basket. So I decided to use that money to buy this and another thing as well, which will be in a future video in January. But yeah, so here we are with the Hoover Jovis. Let's get you a little bit closer and have a look at this. So here we have it, the Hoover Jovis Plus. It has an LED display, charging base wall support, washable filter. On the side here we have the hygienic dust disposal, charger base support, crevice dusting brush on board, turbo nozzle, power 15.6 volts, hose and dusting brush included. So it's got a hose with it. This is a dry version only. There is a wet and dry version, and it's also got the power nozzle. The power is in your hand. It's got to be better than that horrible Beldray. I was so disappointed because the design of that was really nice. But hey ho. Right, so what's in the box? We have a mounting strip with a marker that tells you where to mark the holes. That's very good. I like that. We have the electric power nozzle on this, the PET nozzle. Charging cable. Wow, there's lots in here. Hang on. Okay, that's it. We have the little dusting brush. That does not come off. And here is the crevice tool. This isn't a very flexible cable, but hose, but flexible enough. We have the wall stand. The vacuum itself. So compared to an old DustBuster, it's a little bit shorter, a little bit fatter. So, okay. Let's take off the tape from the handle. So we have a power indicator button. So you have, oh, this is as dead as a doornail. Dead as a doornail. To release the dirt, there is a button here on the handle, like a lever. You pull the lever, that drops out, all your dirt drops out. That's not going to be extremely clean to do. Okay, so it pulls that lever there to release it. Little wheel on it there, and the electric contacts, they touch that. Put on the nozzle, that clicks on, then you can use it to do sort of like a little bit of upholstery. Now, how do you release this? I don't want to... yank that off. I want to know how to take it off. Tell you what, let me have a look at the instructions. So while I am reading the instructions, I'm going to put this on charge. Do you know, I thought you'd be able to put this on charge. But it looks like you have to plug it into the wall mount. I cannot see a place here for it to charge up directly on it. That does look like there is a screw there, but it does look like it would go in there, but there isn't. Anyway, I'll read the instructions, get this on charge a bit. Oh, that just slides out. Okay, that was easy. Okay, put it that way. Let's get it plugged in. Okay, slide that on, and there we go. It doesn't look like there's a lithium battery on it, but anyway, let's leave it go on charge for a while, see how we go. Okay, so I did the whole section on that, on doing the demonstration, and then I realized afterwards that I'd forgotten to put my microphone on, so it was completely blank. So let's pretend that I haven't done any demonstration video, and let's try that again. So I'm going to spread out some now mixed up dirt of various things, and we're going to use this vacuum to test it. And we have gone right through the center, and is in general it has picked it up. Next I'm going to try it with the motor on. Let's try that. And for a DustBuster, that has definitely not picked it up too bad. Now, the other thing on here on the front, this is where you find the, what do you call it? The, that thing, I can't remember, bloody hell. So as you can see, the suction on it is not too bad. Then if I turn it over to the back, this is where there is, if you pull it out, there's like a little upholstery tool. That fits underneath like so. Crevice tool. Which comes out, stores on the back, nice and neat-ish. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. Crevice tool on the top. So it doesn't have the most amazing suction on it, but it definitely has way better suction than that stupid Belgrade. And I can try and prove that with the chicken test. So it does make my chicken scream, which is very good. Now, when it comes to emptying it, there is this pull handle on the top which releases it. And then you can release all the dirt in the bin. Some of that dirt does get stuck in there, so you have to tip it out. Here's where you have the filter. That also has dirt stuck on it, but you can twist that to open, and that comes out. So it's not ideal. There are 1 or 2 grains of sand that have come through here, but nothing major, so it's not too bad as a filter. Now, let me get all this mess cleaned up properly. Okay, so the cleanup on it is not too bad. You can rinse that filter out. Let's put this back on. Try and do it so you can see it. So the filter goes in that way. There's like finger grooves. You twist it into place and close the door. Easy as. So like I said, pull the trigger and then you can tip the dust out. Again, I would still recommend having you know, a bit of a decent vacuum to vacuum it out every now and then. There we go. It's a bit stiff. That releases. There is some sort of like there are gears inside there to sort of like keep it so it opens up with a nice mechanized kind of like thing to it. So as a DustBuster, I really don't think it's too bad. It runs for about 12 minutes with the brushes on it. This is not a new model at all. But it's definitely better than the Beldray that I had. It's more heavier, it's got more suction to it, and it's got the nice motorized side to it as well. I can't see the point of having the motorized version of the Beldray because the suction on it is so poor that this is just going to scatter everything everywhere. So if you are looking for a DustBuster style, if you can get hold of one of these, I would highly recommend it rather than going for the Beldray. I have not tried the Shark version, which is almost identical to what the Beldray looks like. I have not tested that, but don't bother with the Beldray. Honestly, do not waste your money. And there we go. This is going to go on the wall in the kitchen, and I will be using it because I really do need a DustBuster for the kitchen. It's very handy for crumbs and stuff like that, especially for like bits of dry doggy biscuits and stuff as well. It's going to come in really handy for me. So this is going to go in the kitchen on the wall, and I will be using it probably daily, just for one last test. Let's put some mess down. Let's try it. That is not bad at all. So there we go. That is just a quick little demonstration of this Jovis Plus 15.6 volt dry turbo DustBuster. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye y'all.